Personally looking back, I think Art of Hustle probably be one of the best albums of 2016. I think Gotti spazzed out on the whole album, honestly. Off the intro, the My City intro with k.michelle, um, it's just that's that heartfelt message that the city of Memphis need. You gotta be from the city of Memphis to understand it, though. Gotti's basically talking about how these dudes rather kill than live right now. What he say? Something about put a hit on the head, somebody get rid of him, put 50 on his head, make his friend do the nigga. He's really talking some stuff that the city of Memphis going through right now, and putting k.michelle on it. Two people from Memphis, and I think he said something about the city been wanting them to do something together for a long time, having them together. I know the first time they performed in the city, I'm just kind of picturing it right now. It's going to be crazy, putting them two artists from the city, probably the two most successful artists out the city right now, putting them together on one song. That's going to be big because you culminating two different lanes, but at the same time, it's that same Memphis feel. So I think that song, that'll be for Memphis. That one might not touch the radio, but that's going to be a classic intro for time to come. Then he went out and got Wayne with the Bible. And, anytime somebody's able to put Wayne on something, Wayne's so scarce with music nowadays. He's just selective on hopping on records right now. He's just, to me, that's Yo Gotti bragging on that connection he got with Cash Money and everybody. And that record right there, hand on my gun, hand on my Bible. It's a tough tune, I don't really like talking about stuff like that personally, but, I think it's a tough tune. I think that was more or less bragging about that right to still be able to go get a Wayne and throw him on that album. That's big. But my favorite one, Law's probably my favorite song on the entire album right now. I think Law got the chance to make mainstream America number one. You went and got the OG E40. E40 is another one of those artists who just don't hop on stuff just to hop on it. Now you gonna get E40 on the record. You gotta really go pull some strings. You gotta know a couple people to talk to E40 and touch him. I think that record has the chance. It got that California feel to it. It's gonna hit out on the West Coast with E40 on it alone. Gotti spend some time out there as well. I think that record might be the one. What he say? Don't fuck with her. She ain't fucking with your dog. That's Law. That got that old Gotti feel to it too, like that play it in the club, set the club on fire feel. That one can go. If I was a bad man, after Down in the DM, I would say that Gotti's can probably push that Law. That's a hit. That's a hit. I like that one a lot. Then one of my other favorites on the album right now, this is subject to change, is Mama. That Mama hit home, man. Just me thinking about trying to get my mom out the hood and working hard for her, and just being from the city and being from the same area as Gotti, knowing how I think his mama did go back and start working at a grocery store or something like that. So knowing that story and knowing that he talking about how me and my brother argue, but that's my brother. So we're gonna always work it out, mama. It might get intense, but we always got our best interests at heart. It's always gonna be family first. Just some of the things he was saying, it actually sounds like he's crying in the record. There's so much pain and passion on the track. So Mama's probably that one for me. When you really going through some shit, you need a really tough tune. You need to hear something with some meaning and some substance behind it. Mama can talk to you. That's a tough record. I'm probably about to get out and go listen to that bad boy right now. I rock with that one, So Tough. Then it's a couple other tough tunes on there. The Imagine That, going back and getting Drama Boy, one of the day ones, the one that produced That's What's Up, and earlier in the CM series, and getting the day one from Memphis as well. That's a tough record. I like that one. People that twerk, females that twerk to that one. That'll be a big one, in the South and in the trap. Get some club plays. I like that one a lot, but it has other features on the album as well. Got a 2 Chainz on the album, Timberland's on the album. That General with Future. Right now, Future's like easily, the go-to guy to get for anything right now. So getting Future on the album was big. That 100, I like that 100. I don't know another nigga that's 100. Can't remember the last time I got 100. I like that one a lot with Pusha. Pusha got a nice verse on there. I think the video for that one already out now. So they already been shooting for that one. Already got that going and out in the streets and out in the public. I like that one a lot. It's a tough tune. You know, Gotti got an eye for talent. You know, a couple years ago on that I Am, he went and got J. Cole on a record. And you know, J. Cole was already popping, but he always, to me, the Pusha T verse is kind of symbolic of the J. Cole way. It's just that artist. You know what I mean? Like, it's that artist, that feel, that artist. And I think he got one with that with Pusha. And then, of course, getting Nicki Minaj on the Down in the DM remix was incredibly huge. And he just let her have a way on that verse. You know, usually Nicki might give you a 16. But for her to give, I feel she gave him 2 verses pretty much. She went and put like a 32 or 48 on that bad boy. She just went at it. And then, you know, addressed Taylor Swift, did Miley Cyrus, whatever, you know, just went off on that record. That record's going to top #1 sooner rather than later. That was huge for Gotti. Yeah, that putting Nicki Minaj on that and just letting her have that way, because he could have easily went the other way and got 4 or 5 artists that he cool with in the game, let them tear the verse up, tear the song up. But getting Nicki, that was a major hit. Letting Nicki have that moment and just letting her, you know, Nicki had really been doing verses like that. Nicki had been away from rap for a little minute. And this is kind of her, I'm guessing, getting ready for her album season and getting ready for her music season. And for her to share that moment with Gotti, that's big for Gotti. Really big for Gotti, I think. He was one of the first people to give Nicki Minaj love, though, on the 5-star remix. So for her to show that love back, and she was at the B-Day Bash last year. For her to show that love back, that was big. But overall, Art of Hustle is a good album. Good album. Really good pound-for-pound album. Really good album. And you know the meaning behind it, dealing with the art of war. Nice meaning behind it, and I think Gotti said that the purpose of it was to show him how to hustle, take the things you learned in the street and apply them to the other phase of life. So, good album, Gotti, double salute, man. I'm a big fan of the album, man. We got to sit down, though, in the near future and talk about it, though, and do an interview with me, and we can really get into the music and get into the album. But it's a good album, man. I like the Art of Hustle. Hey, I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to watch my interview, my performance, or maybe it was a feature story. Now, right now, you can either subscribe to my channel or you can watch other performances. Thank you for taking the time out. It's MrTaliaferro.com.
I hope they lock you up so you will never become a doctor. What are you talking about? They interrupted you in your practice. You don't have a practice. You want to know why? You don't have a degree. You're not a doctor, man. You don't